Welcome to YOUCANIC. Today here in YOUCANIC we have a 2012 Hyundai Sonata. On this Hyundai Sonata, our check engine light is on, and we've got some symptoms of that the RPMs don't want to go up every now and then, and it just runs rough. So we're going to go ahead and check our engine, or the code. We've got an OBD2 scanner here. This is a basic one that will check just the ECU. So we have it hooked up. We're going to hit enter. Then we're going to hit diagnostic. Now it's communicating with the ECU. It says that our check engine light is on. We know that because we've seen it. Then we're going to check our stored codes, and our stored code in here is a P0340, and it's telling us that the camshaft position sensor A circuit. So we're going to look for the camshaft position sensor A and be able to look at it, see if everything is connected right. If everything's connected, then we're going to go ahead and replace the camshaft position sensor to start with. And there might be other reasons why this code is being put off, being that your timing belt or your timing can be getting out of line, or there could be various others. But to start with, the sensors are easy and cheap, and so we're going to start with replacing the sensor and see what happens down the road. We'll want to turn it off. And because this is a hybrid, you also want to make sure that when you leave the vehicle, you take the key with you, put it outside away from the vehicle so that the car does not start on its own, because a hybrid will start, it can start at any time. It's requiring to have more charge power. And so we are just going to make sure that that key is removed and away from the car, so for our safety. So we need to pull up this cover, and we got the cover off, and remove that on the side. So we're looking for a camshaft position sensor A, which is the front one that's closest to you, and then camshaft position B is right there in the back. They're right in a line with each other. This is dual overhead cam, so that you'll have two camshaft position sensors. So we're checking the connection here. Everything looks good and tight with the connection, so we're going to go ahead and squeeze the clamp together and be able to undo that electrical connector that goes to there. And then to make this easy on us, we are going to remove this component to be able to get that thing out. It's down in there. You can use a wobbly, you can do some other things to get down in there, but I find it just as easy to take your pair of pliers. There was a clamp here. We're going to squeeze it, move it to the side, and then that way we are able to remove this, which is just a breather hose. So there's no fluids and stuff that should be coming out of that. Then down here, right down here going into the throttle body, there is a number 10 or a Phillips clamp to loosen some, and then we can follow it up here, and we have a clamp up here that goes into the air box that also we can loosen, and you loosen those, and now you'll be able to pull that one free, and then moving it and pressing a little bit toward the left side of the vehicle, or the driver's side, you'll be able to pull this hose and set that aside. Now with that set aside, we're able to get better access with our tools to get this sensor out. So you see this, there's a little clamp, well, it's a bracket here that holds this other a vacuum line on. We're going to want to just go ahead and remove that. Again, all of this is just to give us better ease of access to this bolt that's on the bottom of our camshaft position sensor, which is based right behind here. And then with that removed, we have the space to move that, and we'll be able to get our wrench in here. So we've got the bolt removed, and now we'll be able to move this side to side, the sensor, and pull on it and be able to remove the sensor. So we've got the sensor out, and we're going to go and get a new one. So we've got our new sensor. I put some fresh oil on there so that it will hopefully slide in a little bit easier. And then we just line it up and be able to press it in. And now we'll get the bolt to put in there. Okay, so we've got the sensor all tightened up. Let's go ahead and hook up the electrical connector. And then we'll put all the other components back on. Make sure you put your bolt back in that bracket. And then we'll go ahead and put the air hoses back on. And then just go ahead and tighten the clamps up. And then you can put your cover back on, and now we'll go start and check, or we'll clear the code, then we'll start the vehicle and make sure it doesn't come back on immediately. Okay, so we're back in the car. We're going to erase the codes. All right, and so we've erased the code. The light has gone, it's gone off. And because it's a hybrid, because we're just parked, we weren't moving anywhere, you got to put your foot on the gas pedal to be able to get it to just start up. And it's running a lot better already. But that's not saying that that could be the only issue. You might go down the road for half a week, and a code come back on. You would go ahead and check it again. And if it's that same code, well, then you're going to need to be looking into other things to potentially replace that you might have to do to fix your vehicle. But that's the first place to start when you've got that code. Thanks for watching YOUCANIC, where you can be the mechanic.